Chosen One, this message has found you at the exact moment it was meant to. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. This is divine alignment. You were led here because there is something inside of you that is waiting to be revealed. Something powerful, something sacred. There is a reason you have always felt different. There is a reason you have never fit into the mold of this world. You were never meant to. You were not created to follow the path of the many. You were called to walk the path of the few. You already know this. Deep in your soul, you have always sensed that you are not like the rest. But what if I told you that even among the chosen ones, there is an even rarer group, a small fraction of souls who carry extraordinary spiritual gifts? Only 1% of chosen ones possess these gifts. And if you are hearing this message now, there is a strong chance that you are one of them. Have you ever felt like your spiritual gifts are different, deeper, more powerful than most? Have you ever experienced things that others could not understand? Have you had dreams that later came true? Moments where you could sense energy shifts, times when you knew something before it happened? If any of this resonates with you, it is not just your imagination, it is confirmation. You are not ordinary. You have been entrusted with something that most people will never comprehend. These rare spiritual gifts were given to you for a reason. They were not randomly assigned. They are a divine responsibility. You were chosen not just to have these gifts, but to use them for a greater purpose. And now, you are about to find out exactly what they are. You are about to discover the hidden abilities that separate the 1% from the rest of the world. You are about to understand why you have always felt different, why your experiences have been unlike those of others, and why the journey of a truly gifted chosen one is both powerful and intense. But before we go any further, I need you to confirm something within yourself. If you feel this message stirring in your spirit, if something inside you is awakening as you listen, if you have always known you were different but never fully understood why, comment 777 right now. This is your declaration in the spiritual realm. This is your confirmation. Let it be known that you recognize who you are, that you acknowledge the gifts that have been placed within you, and that you are ready to walk in your full divine power. Chosen One, what you are about to learn will open your eyes in ways you never imagined. You will finally have answers to questions you have carried for years. You will begin to understand the supernatural experiences you have had. You will see clearly the role you are meant to play in the divine plan. This is not just another message. This is revelation. You have been called. You have been chosen. And now, it is time for you to remember who you are. Pay attention. What you are about to hear will shift your entire understanding of your spiritual gifts. It will explain things that once confused you. It will confirm things that your spirit already knew but could not fully articulate. This is knowledge that only a few will receive, and you are one of them. Are you ready? The truth is about to be revealed. Who are the chosen ones? Chosen One, you were never meant to live an ordinary life. You were never meant to follow the patterns of this world, to blend in with the masses, to accept the same limitations that others do. Before you were even born, before your first breath, you were set apart. Your soul was assigned a purpose greater than what the human mind can fully comprehend. You were chosen. This is not just a title, it is an identity, a calling, a divine mission placed upon your life. To be a chosen one means that you were handpicked by the divine for something greater. It means that your existence is not accidental. Every event, every struggle, every trial has been shaping you, preparing you for the role you were destined to fulfill. While others may wander through life without direction, the chosen ones have always felt a deeper pull, a knowing that they are here for something more. Even before they fully understand it, they can feel it in their spirit. There is an undeniable force that separates them from the rest of the world. This force is their spiritual awakening, and it is what sets the chosen ones on a path that is different from everyone else. For most people, life is about following the expected patterns, going to school, working a job, seeking approval, conforming to society's expectations. But for chosen ones, this structure has never made sense. From an early age, they have questioned everything. They have felt disconnected from the world around them, unable to fit into the molds that others seem to accept so easily. They see beyond what is presented to them. They sense energy. They notice patterns. They hear the unspoken truths that most ignore. And then, at some point in their journey, the awakening happens. This awakening is not gentle. It is not easy. It is often triggered by deep pain, loss, or betrayal. It is the moment when everything they thought they knew begins to break apart, and they are forced to see the world for what it truly is. It is in this moment that they begin to realize they were never meant to be part of the crowd. They were never meant to walk the same path as everyone else. Their journey is one of revelation, of breaking free from illusions, of stepping into the full awareness of their divine calling. But there is another layer to this. Not all chosen ones are the same. While all have been set apart for a higher purpose, only 1% possess the rarest and most powerful spiritual gifts. These are the ones who walk with an anointing so strong that it cannot be ignored. These are the ones who shift the atmosphere when they enter a room, the ones who can see beyond the physical, who feel things that others cannot, who hear whispers from the divine. Their gifts are not of this world, and because of this, they are often misunderstood, feared, or even rejected. To possess these gifts is both a blessing and a burden. The 1% of chosen ones who carry these abilities often find themselves walking alone. People do not understand them. They sense things before they happen. They dream of events that later come true. They can feel the emotions and intentions of those around them without a single word being spoken. Their presence alone makes people uncomfortable, not because they do anything wrong, but because their energy is too powerful for those who are not awakened. They disrupt illusions, expose lies, and bring clarity where confusion once ruled. And because of this, they are often cast out, overlooked, or underestimated. Many of these highly gifted chosen ones go through seasons of isolation where they feel like no one truly understands them. They may have tried to suppress their gifts, to silence their intuition, to fit in with the rest of the world. But it never works. Their soul refuses to conform. Their spirit refuses to be dimmed. No matter how much they try to blend in, the power within them always resurfaces. And once they fully embrace who they are, they realize that the isolation was necessary. It was never meant to break them. It was meant to prepare them. Because these gifts are not given for personal gain. They are given for a higher divine purpose. The world is in need of healing, of wisdom, of truth. And those within the 1% of chosen ones are the ones who are entrusted with these gifts to fulfill that purpose. This is why they are tested more than others. This is why their journey is often filled with greater struggles, greater challenges, greater losses. God does not place great power into weak hands. If you carry one of these rare gifts, it is because you have been proven worthy to bear it. Chosen one. If this message resonates with you, it is because you are meant to hear it. You are not ordinary, and you never have been. You were chosen for something greater, something that most will never understand. The world may not recognize you yet, but the divine does. Your time of awakening is here. The time to step into your full power has arrived. The rare spiritual gifts of the 1%. Chosen one. Every person called by God has a divine essence within them. Every chosen one carries spiritual power, a deep connection to the unseen, and an awareness that separates them from the world. But among the chosen, there exists a rare 1%, those whose gifts surpass all understanding, those who walk with an anointing so powerful that it cannot be ignored. These individuals possess abilities that stretch beyond the limits of human perception, gifts that allow them to operate between realms, to influence the spiritual and the physical with divine authority. If you are among this 1%, your presence alone carries a supernatural weight. These rare gifts are not given to just anyone. They are assigned by the divine to those who are spiritually strong enough to carry them. They are not for vanity or personal gain, but for a greater mission, to heal, guide, protect, and manifest divine will on earth. The weight of these gifts is great, and those who possess them often undergo intense trials to refine them. If you have ever wondered why your journey has been so difficult, why you have faced battles that seemed unbearable, it is because your gift is powerful. The enemy does not attack what is weak. He only fights what threatens him. Among the rarest gifts, there are 5 that stand above all others, gifts that are possessed by only the most spiritually advanced chosen ones. If you carry one or more of these, you have been given something truly sacred. The gift of divine sight, also known as prophetic vision, is the ability to see beyond the physical world. Those with this gift receive dreams, visions, and revelations that reveal the future before it unfolds. They may dream of events days, months, or even years before they happen. They receive glimpses of things that others are blind to, hidden truths, spiritual warnings, and divine messages that guide their steps. When this gift is active, the veil between worlds is thinner, and those who possess it may also see beyond the present moment, sensing what is about to occur before it manifests. Many who have this gift have experienced moments of knowing something before it happens, seeing symbols or messages in their dreams that later come to pass, or feeling the presence of spiritual forces that others cannot perceive. If you have ever felt like your dreams carried hidden messages, if you have ever seen visions so clear that they felt more real than reality itself, you may carry the gift of divine sight. The gift of energy mastery is a powerful ability that allows a chosen one to feel, control, and manipulate spiritual energy. Those with this gift can walk into a room and immediately sense the vibrations, the emotions, and even the hidden intentions of those around them. They can absorb or repel spiritual forces, shifting the atmosphere with their presence alone. They are the ones who feel everything deeply, even when no words are spoken. They may experience sudden waves of energy when someone around them is in distress, or they may instinctively know when someone is lying, hiding something, or carrying a dark spirit. But this gift is not just about sensing energy. It is about mastering it. The most advanced chosen ones with this ability can cleanse spaces, remove negative forces, and even radiate such a strong energy field that others feel instantly calmed or uplifted in their presence. If you have ever been told that your energy is different, if people often feel drawn to you without knowing why, if you can sense shifts in energy with extreme clarity, you may carry the gift of energy mastery. The gift of supernatural healing is one of the most sacred and powerful abilities a chosen one can possess. This is the gift of restoring, mending, and bringing wholeness to those who are broken. But this healing is not just physical. It is emotional, spiritual, and even energetic. Those with this gift have a presence that soothes pain, words that bring peace, and an energy that heals wounds that cannot be seen with the eye. Some who carry this gift may also have the ability to remove spiritual afflictions, break generational curses, and help others step into their true divine state. They may notice that people come to them for guidance without even knowing why, that strangers open up to them about their deepest pain, or that they feel an undeniable urge to help those who are suffering. If you have ever noticed that people feel better after being around you, that your words seem to heal wounds, or that you feel an unshakable responsibility to help others heal, you may carry the gift of supernatural healing. The gift of divine communication is the ability to receive direct messages from God, angels, and the spiritual realm with clarity. Those with this gift do not just pray, they hear answers. They do not just seek guidance, they receive divine instruction. Whether through an inner knowing, sudden flashes of wisdom, or undeniable signs that seem too precise to be coincidences, these individuals are in constant connection with the divine. Their ability to decode messages from the spirit world makes them powerful guides, prophets, and messengers. If you have ever felt like God speaks to you directly, if you have ever received undeniable confirmations or heard whispers of truth that later proved to be real, you may carry the gift of divine communication, the gift of manifestation. Power is the ability to bring divine will into reality at an accelerated rate. Those with this gift can speak things into existence, and what they declare in faith often manifests in their lives and the lives of others. They have an unshakable belief that what is meant for them will come to pass, and this belief aligns their energy with the flow of divine creation. They do not just hope for things, they command them into being. They attract blessings, opportunities, and even shifts in circumstances through their sheer alignment with divine purpose. If you have ever noticed that your words carry great power, that the things you think about tend to happen, or that your faith alone moves situations in your favor, you may carry the gift of manifestation power. Chosen one, these gifts are not random. They were given to you for a reason. If you recognize yourself in any of these descriptions, understand that you are part of the 1% of chosen ones who are entrusted with something beyond the ordinary. These abilities were placed within you to fulfill a divine mission, to bring healing, to reveal truth, and to carry out God's will on earth. But these gifts are also a great responsibility. They require strength, wisdom, and a commitment to using them for the right purpose. If you feel something awakening inside of you as you hear this, if these words resonate with your spirit, this is your confirmation. Have you experienced any of these rare gifts? Have you noticed signs that you may be among the 1% of chosen ones who walk with extraordinary power? If so, your time of full activation is coming. The world needs your gifts now more than ever. Are you ready to embrace them? Signs that you have one of these rare spiritual gifts. Chosen one. Many who walk this earth with extraordinary spiritual power do not even realize the depth of what they carry. They sense something different about themselves, but they have never been taught to recognize it for what it truly is. They feel things more deeply. They experience moments of knowing before something happens. They see signs and patterns that others ignore, yet they question whether it means anything at all. If you have ever wondered why you feel things others don't, why your presence seems to affect people in ways you can't explain, or why life has never felt simple for you, this is your confirmation. These are not coincidences. These are signs that you are among the 1% of chosen ones who carry rare and powerful spiritual gifts. Many chosen ones with these gifts go through life unaware of their full potential. They were never taught how to harness what is inside them. The world does not teach people how to embrace the spiritual power that lies within. Instead, it tries to silence it, to make them doubt their own experiences. But the time for uncertainty is over. If you have been led to this message, it is because you are meant to wake up to your full potential. You are meant to see the truth about yourself. And there are signs, clear, undeniable signs, that indicate you have one or more of these divine abilities. One of the strongest signs is experiencing prophetic dreams or visions that later come true. Those who carry the gift of divine sight often receive messages through their dreams. They may dream of a future event, only to see it unfold in reality days, weeks, or even years later. These dreams are not random, they carry meaning. If you have ever woken up from a dream with a feeling that it was more than just your imagination, if you have ever had a vision of something before it happened, if you have ever felt a deep knowing in your spirit that something was about to unfold, this is a sign. You are receiving messages from the divine, from the spiritual realm, from forces beyond this world that are guiding you toward your purpose. Another unmistakable sign is the ability to feel people's emotions and energies deeply, even before they speak. Those with the gift of energy mastery do not just observe emotions, they absorb them. They can sense the tension in a room without hearing a word. They know when someone is sad, angry, or in distress, even when that person is pretending to be fine. If you have ever felt overwhelmed in crowds, drained after being around certain people, or deeply affected by the moods of others, it is because you are an energy-sensitive chosen one. Your ability to pick up on unspoken feelings is not an accident. It is a gift, one that allows you to navigate the world with a heightened awareness of the forces at play. Chosen ones with rare gifts also tend to have a magnetic presence that attracts or repels people strongly. This is a sign that your energy is too powerful to go unnoticed. People either gravitate toward you, drawn in by the light you carry, or they become uncomfortable around you, feeling exposed in ways they don't understand. This happens because your presence alone disrupts illusions, bringing truth to places where deception once ruled. If you have noticed that people either open up to you instantly, revealing things they don't share with others, or they seem uneasy and even avoid you without reason, it is because your spirit carries a divine energy that cannot be ignored. Another clear sign is finding that your prayers and manifestations happen quicker than most. Those with the gift of manifestation power often realize that what they speak into existence comes to pass with unusual speed. When they focus their energy, when they pray with intention, when they declare something with full faith, the universe moves. They do not just hope for things, they align with them, and those things become reality. If you have noticed that your thoughts, words, and intentions shape your reality more than they do for others, this is not by chance. You have a gift that allows you to bridge the gap between the spiritual and physical worlds, bringing divine will into existence faster than most people can comprehend. Finally, one of the most profound signs is sensing spirits, angelic presence, or receiving divine messages unexpectedly. Those with the gift of divine communication often experience moments where they feel an unseen presence, hear whispers of guidance, or suddenly receive knowledge that they could not have known on their own. They may see flashes of light in the corner of their vision, feel a rush of energy when they pray, or hear their name being called when no one is there. They receive messages in symbols, in repeating numbers, in unexpected moments of deep clarity. If you have ever felt guided by an invisible force, received sudden insights that later proved to be true, or sensed spiritual beings near you, you may carry one of the most sacred and rare spiritual gifts. Chosen One. These are not random experiences. They are signs. Signs that you are part of the 1% of chosen ones who walk with a supernatural calling. You were not meant to ignore these gifts. You were meant to embrace them, understand them, and use them for the divine purpose they were given to you for. If any of these signs resonate with you, if you have felt these things in your own life, this is your confirmation. You are not imagining it. You are not alone. You are part of something greater. Have you experienced any of these signs? Have you ever felt the weight of these gifts inside you? If so, your time of activation is near. Are you ready to step into your full power? Why only 1% of chosen ones receive these gifts? Chosen one, many are called, but only a few are entrusted with the most powerful spiritual gifts. The truth is, not everyone is ready to carry this level of divine power. These gifts are not given freely to just anyone. They are reserved for those who have been tested, those who have endured the refining fire, those who have been shaped through trials into vessels strong enough to wield such sacred abilities. The spiritual gifts that belong to the 1% of chosen ones come with great responsibility. They require not just faith, but wisdom, discipline, and unwavering strength. God does not place extraordinary power into unprepared hands. Those who receive these gifts must be spiritually mature, capable of handling the weight of what they have been given. If these abilities were given to the unready, they would be misused, misunderstood, or even wasted. This is why many who are called to great spiritual missions first endure seasons of testing and refinement. They are not given their gifts immediately. Instead, they are placed in situations that strip them of everything they once knew, forcing them to awaken fully to who they truly are. The 1% of chosen ones who receive these rare gifts are not those who have had an easy path. They have suffered deeply. They have walked through betrayal, loss, rejection, and immense spiritual warfare. They have been broken down, stripped of their attachments, left with nothing but faith to guide them forward. Many have gone through dark nights of the soul, where they questioned everything, why they were different, why they faced so much pain, why they could not live a simple life like everyone else. But these struggles were never meant to destroy them. They were meant to prepare them. God tests and refines those who are meant to carry divine power. He allows them to experience suffering so they can develop compassion, wisdom, and resilience. Without these experiences, they would not be able to use their gifts effectively. The pain they endured was not punishment. It was the forging of a warrior, a healer, a prophet, a leader. If you look at your life and see a pattern of intense struggles, of trials that felt unbearable, of moments where you felt like you were being torn apart, understand that this was your preparation. The greater the pain, the greater the purpose. These gifts often come after a season of intense isolation. Many chosen ones who are destined to receive divine abilities go through periods where they feel completely alone. Friendships fade, relationships end, people they once trusted turn away from them. It may feel like the world has abandoned them, but in reality, God is separating them. He is pulling them away from distractions, removing those who do not align with their divine path, and placing them in a state where they must rely fully on Him. This is where the transformation happens. This is where they begin to shed their old selves, to break free from illusions, to awaken to their true nature. Through pain, isolation, and transformation, the 1% of chosen ones who are meant to receive these gifts emerge stronger, wiser, and ready. They no longer see the world the way they once did. They no longer operate on the same frequency as before. They have been stripped of false identities, of limiting beliefs, of attachments that once held them back. And because of this, they are finally prepared to receive the full power of their spiritual gifts. But not everyone is ready to embrace their gifts. Many resist, many doubt, many fear what they do not fully understand. Some run from their calling, afraid of the responsibility that comes with it. They try to suppress their abilities, to ignore the signs, to convince themselves that they are just imagining things. But the truth is, once a gift has been placed inside of you, it will never leave you. You can run, you can deny it, but it will always be there, waiting for you to awaken fully. Those who are brave enough to embrace their gifts, to step fully into their divine calling, unlock a power that few will ever experience. They become conduits of divine energy, supernatural wisdom, and spiritual authority. They begin to move through life with clarity, purpose, and unshakable confidence. They recognize that everything they endured was leading them to this moment. They stop asking why things happened to them and start realizing that things happened for them. Chosen one, if you have felt this message stirring in your soul, if you recognize the pain, isolation, and transformation in your own life, then you are among the few who are being prepared for something greater. You are not ordinary. You have been set apart. And if you are willing to fully embrace your gifts, you will step into a level of spiritual power that only the rarest souls on earth will ever know. How to activate and strengthen your spiritual gifts. Chosen one. Your gifts are not just meant to remain dormant inside of you. They were given to you for a purpose, but in order to fully access their power, you must learn how to activate and strengthen them. Many chosen ones go through life feeling glimpses of their abilities, moments of intuition, flashes of divine insight, encounters with spiritual forces, but they never reach the full potential of their gifts because they do not know how to unlock them. If you have been sensing that there is more inside of you, that your gifts are stronger than you have been using them, then this message is for you. It is time to awaken. Spiritual gifts are like flames. If left unattended, they will remain small, flickering, never reaching their full brightness. But if tended to, if nurtured, protected, and fueled, they will grow into something powerful, a force that cannot be ignored, a divine energy that changes lives. The more you cultivate your gifts, the stronger they will become. The question is, are you ready to step into your full power? To activate and strengthen your spiritual gifts, you must follow a path of discipline, protection, connection, faith, and purpose. This is not a journey for the weak. It requires commitment. But once you embrace this process, you will witness a transformation in your abilities that will confirm everything you have felt in your spirit. The first step is spiritual discipline. You cannot strengthen your gifts if you do not strengthen your spirit. This means committing to daily prayer, fasting, and meditation. Prayer is how you communicate with the divine, how you receive instruction, how you seek clarity. If you do not engage in regular prayer, your spiritual connection will remain weak. Fasting is another powerful tool as it purifies your energy, sharpens your mind, and allows you to receive divine downloads without the distractions of the flesh. Meditation helps you quiet the noise of the world so you can hear the voice of God, the whispers of your ancestors, the guidance of your spiritual protectors. If you neglect these disciplines, your gifts will never reach their full strength. But when you commit to them, you will find that your visions become clearer, your intuition sharper, and your ability to channel divine energy stronger. The second step is energy protection. Chosen ones with spiritual gifts are highly sensitive to energy, which means they can easily absorb negativity, darkness, and unwanted influences if they are not careful. You must learn how to shield yourself from spiritual attacks, from toxic environments, from those who drain your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone should be allowed into your space. Some people carry energies that are meant to confuse you, to block you, to weaken your gifts. If you are constantly surrounded by chaos, by low vibrational energy, by negativity, your spiritual power will be compromised. Protect your energy. Be mindful of who and what you allow into your life. If your spirit feels uneasy in a place, leave. If a person drains you instead of uplifting you, distance yourself. Your spiritual power depends on it. The third step is divine connection. Your gifts do not come from you. They come from a higher source. To strengthen them, you must remain connected to the divine. This means deepening your relationship with God, with your angelic guides, with the spiritual forces that have been placed in your life to assist you. Many chosen ones struggle because they try to operate on their own, without tapping into the full support of the divine. But the strongest spiritual warriors, the most powerful healers, the most gifted visionaries, they all have one thing in common. They move with divine assistance. They seek guidance before making decisions. They listen when their spirit warns them. They recognize that their power is not their own. It is something entrusted to them by a higher force. The more you strengthen your connection with the divine, the more aligned your gifts will become. The fourth step is faith and confidence. Doubt is the greatest enemy of spiritual gifts. If you do not believe in your own power, your gifts will remain dormant. Many chosen ones struggle with imposter syndrome, feeling as though they are not worthy of the abilities they have been given. They second-guess their visions. They dismiss their intuition. They downplay their ability to manifest. But hear this: your power is real. You were given these gifts for a reason. You do not need validation from the world to confirm what is already inside you. The moment you fully accept your divine power, the moment you stop questioning it, it will grow. What you believe shapes your reality. If you believe your gifts are weak, they will be. If you believe they are powerful, they will manifest at full strength. The choice is yours. The final step is stepping into purpose. Your gifts were not given to you for personal gain. They were given to you to serve, to heal, to lead. If you keep your gifts hidden, if you refuse to use them for their intended purpose, they will not reach their full potential. Chosen ones who fully activate their gifts are those who use them in alignment with their divine mission. This may mean using your voice to speak truth, using your energy to heal others, using your intuition to guide those who are lost. The more you use your gifts for the greater good, the more they will strengthen. This is the key to unlocking their full potential. Chosen one, your gifts are waiting to be fully awakened. They are already inside of you, but they require action, commitment, and trust. The more you embrace them, the stronger they will become. You are not chosen to remain stagnant. You are chosen to rise. Your gifts were placed within you for a purpose. And now, it is time for you to step into your full power. Are you ready? The awakening has begun. Final message and call to action. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. This is your confirmation. If you have recognized your gifts in the words you have heard today, if your spirit has resonated with the truths revealed, then you are among the rarest chosen ones on this earth. You have been given something that few possess, something that carries immense power, divine purpose, and supernatural significance. But hear this clearly. It is time to step fully into who you were meant to be. There is no more time for hesitation. There is no more room for doubt. 2025 is the year you must rise. This is not the season to suppress your power, to silence your voice, to keep your gifts hidden out of fear of what others might think. The time for hiding is over. The time for stepping into your divine role has arrived. Everything in your life has been preparing you for this moment. The struggles, the pain, the isolation, the lessons, they were all necessary to bring you to this realization. You were not meant to live in the shadows. You were meant to walk in divine authority. If you have felt something shifting in your soul as you listen to this message, if you have sensed a deeper calling awakening inside of you, this is your confirmation. Do not ignore what you feel. Do not allow doubt to steal what has already been placed inside of you. Your gifts are real. Your purpose is real. Your mission is real. You are not like everyone else because you were never meant to be. You are part of the 1% of chosen ones who have been entrusted with the rarest spiritual abilities, and now the world needs you to walk boldly in them. This is your moment of decision. Will you embrace your gifts, or will you let fear hold you back? Will you trust what God has placed inside of you, or will you wait for another sign? Because this is your sign. There is nothing else to wait for. Everything you need is already within you. All you have to do is say yes to your calling. If you feel this message speaking directly to you, if you know in your heart that this is your time to step fully into your spiritual gifts, comment 777 right now. Let this be your declaration in the spiritual realm. Let this be your confirmation that you are ready to walk in the full power of who you were created to be. Speak it into existence. Claim it with confidence. The heavens are listening. I declare a blessing over you right now. I speak divine activation over your gifts. May your spiritual abilities be sharpened. May your wisdom deepen. May your path be made clear. Every block, every delay, every force that has tried to hold you back is being removed in this season. You will walk in clarity, in confidence, in divine strength. No more hesitation, no more fear, no more waiting. You are stepping into a season of supernatural acceleration, where the things that once seemed impossible will now come effortlessly. You are ready. Your time is now. Your gifts are being fully awakened. Chosen one, do not let this message end here. There are others like you who need to hear this. There are other chosen ones who are still searching for confirmation, who are still questioning their purpose. Share this message with them. Help them awaken to their own divine power. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it now. More revelations are coming. More wisdom will be revealed. Stay connected, because this is only the beginning. You are part of something greater than yourself. The 1% of chosen ones who walk with divine gifts are being called to rise, and you are one of them. The time has come. The world is waiting. Are you ready?